everybody. That's right, it's me, it's Lorelai, your host this week. Here to talk about games, all things games, and even more games. That's right, it's episode 71 of the Gamesline podcast. This week I'm joined by our good friend Crystal. Crystal, thank you for joining us.
Hello, I'm glad to be here to discuss video gaming.
All of the games. And Nikolas as well. Nikolas, hi!
Hello. I'm here. Oh, they flipped me around.
Yep. We flipped you.
It hurts. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm in pain. I'm in so much pain.
Oh, no. The
You're
flipping.
in pain?
No.
Oh, no.
I need to make a real actual thing. I keep telling myself to do it instead of this dumb icon.
Hey, if it works, it works, and it works.
I like
so,
swaggy cannon.
You know,
well, it could be cooler.
We've got fun images, and we're all alive. This time, we don't have the token real person of
That's
the group.
true. So that's what I gotta do. I gotta get like one of my little 3D models put together, like make a little GIF or something of them in a room and use that. So that way there can be a pod with me, John, you, and Rose. So it's him next to a bunch of 3D models of like anime characters.
Oh yeah. I just sit in a room surrounding myself with cool art of lesbians. And it is always wonderful.
I want to know that I am representing myself with a photograph of a real being.
True.
In some ways, I'm closer to John than to Lorelai. Very
true. You are a cool bird. Every podcast needs a cool bird.
Caw.
Every website. If you don't have a cool bird, what are you?
Birdless.
IGN? They don't have a cool bird. We do.
Yeah, IGN stands for Idiot Ground Normies, because they don't have anyone that flies.
Idiot Round Normies.
No, Idiot Ground Normies.
Oh, Ground Normies.
Yeah, because
I was like, what? Where's the G? I was confused for a second.
Oh, yeah, IRN. Oh.
So I understand the disparaging connotations of idiots and normie, but what does ground mean?
They don't have birds. That's
exactly.
the defining feature.
Oh, that's true, because birds are in the sky.
Yeah, they'd be
exactly
interesting.
So let's just get right
network.
into let's just get right into the podcast, shall we? You guys want to start with news or talking about what we've been playing?
You're the host, Lorelai.
You're right, I am. We're going to start with hey, let's get the news out of the way first things first. In the news this week, there wasn't a ton of like really big stuff. There was some that really caught my eye. So Ubisoft canceled a frickin' post-Civil War Assassin's Creed with a black protagonist because they got scared by the backlash to Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I am so fucking sad. As the resident, like, Ubisoft game liker of the group, and I like the Ubisoft open world kind of format that they, it scratches my need to collect stuff itch. I'm so sad. Like, what a bunch of cowards. But that could have been such an interesting game. A follow-up to 3, which is everyone's least favorite Assassin's Creed, except for mine.
I like 3.
I liked 3 a lot. But yeah, going to just like, from, what's the word? Just like, cowardly. Like, just being cowards is like such a sad thing. How is it too controversial for the moment to fight the clan and you know, that kind of shit. It's like, it makes me mad.
It's certainly a marker of the chilling effect of the current surge of racism in the United States.
Like, where just how the fact that it's now controversial to fight racism is wild to me.
Well, you see, we live in a tumultuous political climate. Well, if we don't want to upset anyone, here's the thing: people don't want politics in their video games. It's not an art form. We gotta please grums or whatever the hell. I don't know. Like, there's no argument you can make for it, even when bullshitting it, that isn't just immediately facetiously. We want to get money from racist people. Sorry. Like,
yep.
You really cannot be more specific than just for political reasons without immediately making it obvious how awful your motivation is. But then without the, like, anything more specific, it reads as immediately the most awful thing. It's kind of funny that they just back themselves into a corner by making this decision. You can't really describe it in any way that isn't immediately the worst thing possible. It's kind of impressive.
Yeah, it's one of those things that is just, you know, there's one thing I kind of respected about Ubisoft in a way. It was just like they didn't run from things when they were, and them just like, oh yeah, we're, you know, we've got our ownership group with Saudi Arabia now. And the Assassin's Creed banner is all under that. And so, you know, we can't do it. We're fucking cowards.
Would you say that Ubisoft didn't run from things previously?
I mean, kinda. They, like, usually when people were shitty towards them, they just responded with, oh, fuck you. Even if, and, I mean, they responded that way with everything, including the things I don't respect about them.
Yeah.
But it's very, like, I don't know, they've always been, like, too big in a way for their own, trying to think of words, but it actually kind of surprises me, because when people were being weirdly racist about, like, the Assassin's Creed 3 spin-off that took place in Louisiana, they were telling people to fuck off.
They said that? They told people to fuck off?
Well, not in those exact words, but they were very much like, hey, you are idiots, with Gamergate 1. That shitty crowd.
I mean, in my mind, like, listen, if this game released, it wouldn't actually be good. But it's still bad that they canceled it explicitly because they're scared of Trump.
Yeah, that's what surprised me with it. Wasn't that it was them canceling it because of weird backlash, when before they've always just been, we're gonna make what we fucking make, even though
I think
most
they make
our stuff
whatever
sucks.
They believe will be appealing to the most amount of people, which say before the past few years included what is now derided as woke.
Mm-hmm.
But now, since they are a company that does not want to alienate its racist consumers, they're backing off from that.
Like, this thing makes me mad because it's, as I said, like, I'm like the resident, like, Assassin's Creed liker.
How was Shadows?
Shadows is great. Like, okay. I don't think it's like the best game that takes place in Japan of that kind of thing this year, but it's the best Assassin's Creed game since Odyssey. So
I don't mean to be rude, but that's not saying much.
No, it's not. I thought Valhalla was dog shit. That's like one of my least favorite games. I hate that. I genuinely do not like Valhalla, but so I guess you have two games in between then. But I I do think it is like close to tied and maybe the best of the weird where they turned it into a Diablo RPG with like weapon drops kind of shit and that kind of stuff. It might be the best of those because it gives you like ways to play the game that are distinctly different. So if I want to just run into a building and kill everyone as violently as possible, I can be Yasuke, and if I want to play Assassin's Creed, I can switch it up. And I don't know, I had a lot of fun with it. It gave me a good 80 hours of fun this year that I
guess
don't
you can't ask for
regret.
more than that.
Like I regret my 80 hours with Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret my time with Shadows. Like, I think writing-wise, they actually hired people and actually got a gameplay styles that were fun. Were a lot more fun than the last few games have been.
What else is in the news?
Let us move. Oh, we have. In other sad news, Heart Machine is laying off like 250 people. Their Hyper Light Breaker team and ending development on that. They're releasing one last patch in January to get it as close to what could be called 1.0 as possible, but they're not supporting it anymore, which kind of sad. I hate seeing all the layoffs in the industry right now, and they continue, and now it's hitting smaller independent teams because investment is dying.
Yeah, it seems like the only investment fund really throwing money around is the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund.
Which sucks. Because how many companies have they bought now? How many? You've got Ubisoft with their Assassin's Creed is now part of that, so I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan anymore, I guess. After Shadows, I'm kind of done. You've got that. You've got EA. It's way too much of it is just stuck down to that. You've got what's happening with Evo and the Capcom Cup all coming down to like being destroyed by investment groups.
Saudi Arabia's moves are certainly well-timed because there's not much competitive money coming in, so they can make their cultural moves.
Yeah, so they can continue to sports and games and comedy wash their atrocities. Gotta love it.
It rocks.
Give me some good news, Lorelai.
Yeah.
Oh,
you got anything that isn't
Sorry, Nikolas, were you saying something?
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
What were you saying, Nick?
I was just saying it really, really rocks that things can be invested into failure like that. That's really cool. I like it a lot. Let's do something that isn't going to make me frown. Is there anything?
Yeah, let's do stuff nice? That is a little more positive. There were a lot of new game announcements. Some of them are really weird, and I don't know what to think about them until like next week. But Square Enix just like teased that they're announcing a new mobile Dissidia game for phones, and that's actually like that's actually like a fighter Dissidia again, which like okay, but also you're gonna lock it on phones like you did like the Final Fantasy VII First Soldier, which apparently was a really good game, and if they had brought it to PC like a lot of mobile game people are doing now, probably would have done pretty well. Like, what the fuck?
I don't get their obsession with phones. It's not gonna work. First Soldier, like, they didn't even get to put out Missing Link. Phones are not where Square Enix is going to succeed. I don't know why they keep trying, because every time they try, they fail.
Well, and then they keep not doing... Part of the reason, like, a lot of mobile games are doing well now is because they are also coming out on PC at the same time. If I want to play my Horse Girls, I can do it on my phone, and it works just as well as the PC. But sometimes I don't want to be staring at my phone for 45 minutes playing I don't want to play Genshin on my phone, even though I could. But having the option to do both is a good thing. But Square is very strange about that. It's very much why I'm glad that the Suikoden developers for their mobile game went, oh, we hear you. A lot of people are saying they also want it on PC. We're also going to put it out on PC. Thank you. It'll probably do 3 times better now.
Suikoden mobile game?
Yeah, we're getting a new Suikoden game set in the timeline that takes place just before Suikoden 1. That is a mobile game. And I'm actually excited about it. They've been saying all the right things. They gave me buff lesbians. It's a Suikoden game.
What do you think is motivating Square Enix's aversion to putting these games on PC?
I think they are dumb.
Yeah. I
legitimately think it is because the people in charge, they see money in mobile and how much money mobile is bringing in. And for a while, that was the biggest source of income for Square. But the games they release dry up, and they stop supporting them, and then they just shut them down altogether. Usually within a couple of years, so people stop spending money on them almost right away, because they just fully expect them to be canceled in 2 years, so why spend money if I can get enough currency just by doing my daily login to keep playing? Like, it's, your Final Fantasy VII one that they have going is absolutely grotesque with its monetization. It is always popping up on your screen, buy this! That just pisses people off. Like, people there's a reason Cygames makes $1 billion cajillion dollars, and part of that's because they don't flash on the screen every 2 seconds to buy something. Square games are almost as insufferable as Activision ones. Like, they break every mobile game rule I have. And also in the news, we're getting a couple of new fighting game things. First of all, Dragon Ball FighterZ is getting an update in October with a new character after 4 years.
Wait, let me guess. Is it a Goku?
It is a Goku.
Ooh.
It is Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Wait, he wasn't
another
in yet?
Goku. Nope. No, there are 10 other Gokus. But it's just wild to me that after 4 fucking years of, no real support for the game,
well, yeah,
you're getting a new character and a massive balance patch.
Well, yeah,
is it still like Evo?
Goku.
Yeah, it was at Evo France. It is not at regular Evo. I mean, there's side tournaments for it, but all of a sudden, it's just exploding. It's getting a new character. That to me kind of rules. I like Dragon Ball Fighters. I love ArcSys Fighters. I am a anime fighter freak when it comes to Guilty Gear Rev 2. Not Guilty Gear Strive, which is a good Street Fighter game and a terrible Guilty Gear game.
I remember trying Strive. Huh?
Yeah, I love Strive. But it's not a Guilty Gear. It's a Street Fighter. It's a good Street Fighter.
All my characters didn't have their funny moves from Plus R. It made me sad.
I know. when my game flow didn't flow like Rev 2, I was like, oh wait, this is a Street Fighter. And then once I saw it that way, it's a really good fighting game. But
wait, this Super Saiyan 4 Goku's from Daima? They put Super Saiyan 4 in Daima?
Yep.
Okay.
It's just so fun. Like it's just like we're adding a 10th Goku to the game, and I'm like, fuck yeah, give me all the Gokus, and it makes me happy. And then we're also getting a Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra fighting game from the publisher of them's Fighting Herds. I don't know if it's the same developers, but I am excited about some more, very not shovelware, but like these discount games. Not discount, but more affordable video games.
$15 on sale in the eShop.
Yes, like your bargain kind of games. Hey, we can release actually, I don't even think that's a good way to call it, because it's the kind of stuff you see in like a Safeway bin of DVDs of DS games with like babies.
I went to my mom's friend's house, and this was the game that her like 4-year-old son was playing on the Switch that she bought for him. Not like, this isn't a game that you buy. This is a game that you see children playing when you see them in the wild.
See, I don't know. I was watching the trailer for it. It looks like a solid fighter. Like, it looks like, hey, we're making a solid budget game. That's the word I'm thinking of. A game that we're not spending a ton of money to make it, and we're not charging a ton for it. And that's, we need more games like that now that games are $80 fucking.
It's interesting to me that the subtitle of this game is The Fighting Game.
Yep.
Well, yeah, they're never going to make another one after this. It's going to sells net impact numbers.
It's just like an interesting prioritization of clarification for the consumer. This is a fighting game.
Yep. It's kind of, I mean, it's nice to see. Like, it definitely, as cheap, as, God, it really is just the fighting game in a bad font, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because
that is entertaining. Like, that is honestly, what's the word I'm thinking of? Perfect. I need more. I need more relatively affordable games that just look like, hey, we're making a game that looks fun.
People are always talking about nostalgia for PS2 licensed tie-in games, and this certainly seems of a kind with that, to tie in with the resurgence of Avatar content.
Is there more Avatar content coming?
They're releasing a movie in a few months.
Wait, what?
The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender, releasing 2026.
I'm sorry, is this like a live action movie? Or
I think it's animated, but they also had the Netflix show that was live action.
You're right. They had the
Oh, they did have that.
And you had the M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie.
Then they are making a new television series starring a new Avatar.
Wait, what? Okay.
Yeah. It's post-apocalyptic.
Whoa, okay. Interesting. Normally I pay attention to stuff like that, considering my partner worked in animation for a lot. I've got a lot of friends that work in animation. I have been out of the loop, I guess. And now I have stuff to look forward to watching. But yeah, no, it's nice to see, like, companies giving us a good, like, probably $30 fighting game.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's the kind of thing, hey, it's got a story mode. I'm always interested in fighting game story modes. And I'll probably end up snagging that because I like fighting games. And if it is the devs of Them's Fighting Herds, that game was shockingly good. No business making a My Little Pony fighting game as good as that was.
What happened with Them's Fighting Herds, but like near the end of its lifespan? Because I remember people were really upset with what happened to it, but I never learned the specifics of it.
It had a lot go on. And it did get, like, progressively worse as they added stuff. They kept adding just, like, broken stuff. But it was still, like, they know how to make a fighting game. So, maybe we will get a more good. And the final thing in the news, it's just a rumor, but hey, they're probably making Illumination's probably making a Donkey Kong movie. Are you excited for more Seth Rogen Donkey Kong?
No.
I would love to see one of these bomb. I'd love to see Miyamoto's reaction to a financial failure of one of his films.
I need it. I hate saying that, but I mean, as somebody who I do enjoy the Mario movie. It is a solid, fun time. It's not a great movie, but it was fun. But I don't want... I'm sorry, Nintendo does not need to be a franchise film thing. Illumination needs a loser as well. Like, stop making $1 billion off Minions, please.
Minions are kind of funny, though.
Yeah.
They look at the banana, they say, banana!
Oh, no! I hate that I know exactly what image you're fucking talking about.
Banana.
Oh, God.
I just feel like there's more artistic merit to the Minions than there is to the Donkey Kong movie.
No, that's actually true.
Unfortunately,
look, Minions are popular for a reason. People make fun of it all the time, but they are, like, when it comes to kids' movies, they are genuinely, like, good.
No?
Yes.
You disagree, Nikolas.
I don't know what the last Illumination movie I watched is, but I don't think there's been a single one that I've, like, enjoyed on any greater merit than, yay, these are colors on my screen.
Yeah. No, I do think they do a better job than a lot of kids' movie stuff at putting things in that a parent can go get a chuckle out of without it being like some weird, subtle, horny thing half the time.
Example?
I just think of, oh god, what was some of, like, the, like, Kung Fu Pandas and stuff like that, where they'll include jokes in there for the parents that nobody would get, and it's like a subtle dick joke, and it's like, barf. I just appreciate ridiculous humor more than just haha double entendre.
Mm-hmm. What else is in the news?
That's pretty much all the news that I had pulled out. Like, it's mostly all rumors, like, Target and Walmart in a lot of places pulling Xboxes and stuff like that, which I can see being a thing that's happening, but, can't confirm, but it makes sense the way fucking Xbox is like, hey, your PlayStation is an Xbox now.
It's certainly been a very drawn out exit, very different from Sega's exit.
Yeah.
Where they just announced it.
Just, hey, we're making games now. We're not making consoles anymore.
Oh, they're not making games either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're selling games we already made now.
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
The Xbox stuff is so weird because you have watched them. Like, yeah, the last, 2 years especially, every advertisement has just been like, they went so hard on Game Pass that their console just does not exist anymore to them. But also, fuck Microsoft, so haha.
Yeah, no, them going out of business is good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my god. Like, I mean, it sucks for all the studios that are under them, but also those people are already facing massive layoffs and just disaster bullshit. It's extremely frustrating. And it's been, constant over the last few months. I mean, a few months especially, but, the last 2 years have just been hey, Microsoft is doing layoffs. Hey, Microsoft needs another 1% to add to their shareholders, so they're firing 20% of their workforce. Fuck off.
Yay.
It's so fucking frustrating. And constant. But yeah, that's the news. The news sucks.
An escalation of tragedies.
It really kinda is. So let's actually just get into the fun stuff now. Nikolas, what have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing this? Oh boy. Well, I feel bad that I keep talking about how do I put this? Cheap internet slop style games. Last time it was FNAF World, and this time it's Plants vs. Zombies Fusion, which is just a fan game which has a lot of effort put into it that you see a bunch of meme videos of on fucking Twitter and everything. But there's not anything to talk about there. It's just a Plants vs. Zombies fan game that has a shit ton of weird ass mechanics added to it. If you've ever seen any gameplay of the original game, it's okay, here is the plan that slows zombies down, and it does only that. In this game, it's here's the cryo system. Plants can inflict cryo points that have a chance to freeze zombies, but they can also inflict chill points. If a chill plant attacks a cryo-affected zombie, it will deal additional chill damage. It's so much weird mechanical shit added onto such a simple game. But I think that makes it really funny that they revealed that Plants vs. Zombies 3 finally went into its newest beta release sort of thing, and it's just doing Fusion exactly. It's just ripping that fan game off. I assume because of how popular it ended up being on social media, and also the fact that they had no direction for the game. This is the 17th beta soft launch, it feels like. So it's really funny. God. Yeah, it has been in hell for I think 5 years now, genuinely. They have no idea what to do with this game, so they keep just restarting development on it. At first it was what the fuck is the name of the game? Clash Royale, where you make a deck of plants and then have to do PvP style stuff to get cards to upgrade them. And then the third time,
God. Wait, they were gonna Clash Royale Plants vs. Zombies?
Yeah, and no one liked it.
Yeah, no, understandable. I wish I just had one of those big no one likes this images to plaster in front of the screen right now.
But it was very funny, and then the second version, 2nd through 10th version, because there were a billion of them, were just a really normal version of it, but way too streamlined for anyone to enjoy it. You couldn't pick your plants, everything cost way less sun, levels were 30 seconds long. It was really weird. And then this one, it's just fuck it. We're just going to copy this fan game, and we're going to make our own game that I get the decision behind it because they're creatively bankrupt. But it's really funny to see that they were all right, so we've been simplifying and mobile gamifying this game for years. This isn't working. Let's do that with the most mechanically complex thing anyone has ever done with this franchise and not even be subtle about it. It's really funny, just how fucking bankrupt creatively it is. I cannot get over it.
I mean, it's EA.
Yeah, but like, you'd think there'd be a tiny bit of pretense of hiding it or something, right? Not just going, oh yeah, we're making this game. Sorry.
No, it's EA. We're like, you give them idea to steal, they will steal it.
This has been going around a bit lately. I remember a few weeks ago, Nintendo announced their version of Cobblemon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can anyone think of a third example?
Oh god. I mean, fucking Pal World, everything they do.
Right, everything Pal World. I mean, specifically, like, the owners of the IP taking from a fan game because such a thing is completely legal and uncontroversial.
I'm trying to think right now, but I mean, I have that feeling that'll happen if Konami ever comes back to Castlevania, except they'll probably just go, hey, fan game developer, here's a bunch of money.
Nikolas, who made PvZ Fusion?
It was someone in the Chinese community, because I know the Chinese, like, there was a massive Chinese Plants vs. Zombies community because they have a different studio that makes, like, Plants vs. Zombies game. So they have, like, 1 billion of them.
Okay.
There's, like, hang on, I'm going to go on the wiki, and I'm going to see.
Lan Pao Pao Fly?
Yeah. How many Plants vs. Zombies games are there?
Wait, what the hell?
Outside of the US.
Oh my, okay, so hang on. While I'm looking for this, they're putting in a Great Wall level in the Plants vs. Zombies 1 remake, which is based off of, like, Great Wall Edition, which is a version of the game that was released only in China.
Oh, perfect.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so Plants vs. Zombies series. So, Chinese spin-offs. There's the Chinese version of Plants vs. Zombies 2. There's Plants vs. Zombies 3 China, which is based off of one of the previous versions. It had fusing before this current one, but still after the Fusion fan game. Endless Edition, Great Wall Edition, Social Edition, Online, All-Stars, Kenyan Adventure, Magic Book, 10-cent edition of Plants vs. Zombies 2, and then the other ones aren't actually Plants vs. Zombies. So yeah, they have like 10 additional ones.
That's kind of wild.
So I don't suppose they're I don't know, are any of these like spinning off into successful companies? Because I keep thinking of like so many companies got their start making Half-Life mods, and either they were absorbed into Valve or just went off by themselves like Gearbox, but that doesn't sound like it's happening with these Plants vs. Zombies games.
I think these are all just done by PopCap Shanghai. Yeah. These are all from them. They're still going. They just mainly maintain the Chinese version of PvZ 2 now, which still gets like new worlds full of... Yeah, they have like 30 worlds by now.
God.
When the second game ended off here at like 12 years ago.
That is kind of funny how just like, yeah, a company will keep a game alive just for one market. I mean, when it is that big, but
yeah,
that size of market, it makes sense.
Yeah. I think the Chinese games are like side of the development team. Like they've referenced fan games before. Like, hang on, there's a section on the wiki about like games that have been directly referenced by, officially recognized mods. Oh yeah, one of the Chinese games, like, not Chinese, the Chinese side of the company, like, announced an official collaboration with one of the big Fusion mods, because there's a couple games like it, and that just directly ported Plants in. So it's like, that's cool. That side is like actually collaborating with these fans. That's neat. And then this side is like, okay, we're going to call it Evolved instead of Fusion, but we're going to have exact identical Plants. Please, please, please do not look at this fan game. We are out of ideas.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Please do not look at this fan game that we're going to, well,
be
actually,
worse than. I don't think they're gonna do anything to the fan game. I got the file
I hope
saved.
not.
I can't imagine, especially since it's a Chinese started one, and the Chinese side of PopCap seems to like fan games and that concept. I could be misinformed though.
I hope you are not misinformed. I like to hope that some companies are reasonable with fan-created stuff. That companies aren't the Pokemon company.
But that has been it on my end. I just play Fusion as I need to turn my brain off. After doing work for 6 hours today on 3D modeling, I should just play something funny. And so I use Obsidian Hell, Key Shooter, Gatling Turret, Demon Machine Gun, a real plant in that game. It is kind of funny how such a brain-turny offy game can be so mechanically deep in some ways just because there's so much stupid shit that endorses it being brain-turn offy.
Good brain-turny offy games are the best kind of games.
It's a brain-turny offy game for people whose idea of turning off their brain is looking at spreadsheets.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, no. Fuck. That actually appeals to me.
So the Fusion has no mobile type monetization stuff in it, right?
It's based off of the first game. It's not a mod, but it is directly made to be as exactly like the first game in fan game style as it is. Assets are modified from that. But it's got a full-on adventure mode, and then a couple side adventures you can do to unlock more stuff. And then it has essentially a bunch of roguelike modes attached. It's got some side stuff like that. It is just patterned exactly as if, imagine the first Plants vs. Zombies had a ton of optional campaigns to it, which I think is cool.
Yeah. No, I can agree with you. That sounds cool. That sounds like the kind of thing I would enjoy. Thank you for telling us about it. Crystal, both of us have been playing Final Fantasy games this week. Which one have you been playing?
I have completed Final Fantasy IX.
Ooh. Oh, let's go.
I recall the last time I brought up Final Fantasy IX on this podcast, I had just played the first third of Disc 1. And somebody told me to tread carefully when speaking about Final Fantasy IX. In my quest to play all of the Final Fantasies, this has been the first major disappointment for me.
Really?
Oh.
The perhaps the core issue with the game is that it's really, really slow.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
This is what people think turn-based RPGs are like. This is the game they imagine in their head, where it's okay, it's going to take 5 seconds to load into the battle, and then we're going to spend 3 seconds on the panning animation, and then every turn is going to have this way too long delay on it to the point where by the time Dagger actually casts Kiraga, I forgot I had ordered her to do that. All the animation's going to take way too long. And then also that sense of slowness even extends to the pacing of the story, particularly in the first couple discs, I would say, where they're really just... It feels like they have about as much story in this game as Final Fantasy IV, but Final Fantasy IV is 12 hours long, and this game is 45 hours long.
Yep.
So everything is just really stretched out, and there's this weird... You can feel a sense that maybe the direction on this game was not as tight as it could have been, because some scenes, joke scenes, will get a lot of focus. Oh, here's our little Scooby-Doo routine where nobody can communicate the right message to each other. But then some important scenes will happen off screen. Like when Vivi confronts Kuja, and then that confrontation just happens somewhere else, and Vivi comes back and's like, oh, here's what Kuja told me. It's like, why did you skip past the juice? That would have been an interesting scene to see.
That is my biggest problem with the game as well. It has parts I love. I think it has the best card game. But yes, good God, it's so slow. It is so slow. It is. I can't. I can't.
Nikolas, you played Final Fantasy IX?
I played some of it. I remember getting to like the desert where they were talking about like some giant tree or something.
Yeah, the big tree.
Yeah, I don't feel like I got too far in, but I enjoyed what I played of it. It felt very comfortable. Like, this is a nice world to get in. I really love the initial party of 4. I think Zidane, Dagger, Steiner, Vivi is like not perfect because I don't like using a word that strong, but that is like the ideal RPG like starter 4 group in my head. That is, I really, really love that grouping and their interactions. I especially love Steiner. That guy is very funny.
Steiner is one of my favorite characters in Final Fantasy. I love Steiner. But when I think back on Final Fantasy IX, my biggest problem with it is this. If I said your main cast was Zidane, Vivi, Steiner, Freya, Kina, and Eiko, and Dagger, everyone would agree with me, and no one would recognize that I totally left out Amaranth because that character does not fucking exist.
Amaranth is such a nothing character.
He's literally like, why the fuck is he even there? I legitimately, every time I have watched someone play through that game, I forget he exists until the one point where they split up the party and they force you to use him. Like, it's so, that is like my biggest issue with that game, is there's so much good stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff in there. And there's so much stuff that is just tangentially nothing. And I do not know why it ended up that way.
They were surfing too much.
Because, like, everything about around Vivi is great. Everything around Vivi is great. Freya is really cool, and Steiner rules.
How do you feel about Kina?
I love Kina.
Kina, to me, is the slam dunk most memorable character of the game to me. All of their proverbs about food are like, beautiful. They get it. They understand how to live in this world. 2 things in this world, things you can't eat and things you can't eat. That's true. That's just true.
Yep.
That ain't good.
And it just, I'm the best blue mage.
Great blue mage. I usually don't like blue mages. But when I get to eat a big monster and learn a spell, now you're making me like it.
No, Kina is the best blue mage in Final Fantasy. Like, Strago comes close. I love that old man, but Kina takes it.
Any RPG worth its weight needs just some weird freak in the party. And
absolutely.
Kina performs that role perfectly.
This isn't a game, but I guess it's kind of game adjacent. Have you ever seen the film Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within?
Oh, hell yeah. I genuinely love that movie. It's terrible. I love it.
Nikolas, how about you?
No. The only Final Fantasy movie I've seen was Advent Children.
The most offensive part of The Spirits Within is you made your main character look exactly like Ben Affleck and had him voiced by Alec Baldwin.
Does he look like Ben Affleck?
He does! Fucking look at him! That's one Ben Affleck looking motherfucker.
I think if you are doing any kind of played through all the Final Fantasy projects, Spirits Within is like required viewing, because it does feel like a culmination to Sakaguchi's era of Final Fantasy. I think that film is often unfairly criticized for like not being Final Fantasy enough, because it doesn't have any chocobos or castles.
It's so Final Fantasy. Oh my god.
It's so Final Fantasy. It has like all of your typical Final Fantasy themes. It has like the magic woman connected to the earth in a way no one else is, and you gotta restore balance to nature, and the highest enlightenments can be found with a fusion of science and spirituality. And, the bloodthirsty military guy is really motivated by personal trauma. It's like got all the Final Fantasy stuff.
Yep. I have a soft spot for that movie. I went and saw it in theaters 4 times. It looked so cool. It blew my mind. Like, having a whole movie of Final Fantasy cutscenes? This is what the future could be. And now that's just a regular Final Fantasy game.
It does look so cool. I don't think I really appreciated how visually influential it was to the 21st century, because like, yeah, every blockbuster movie will have scenes of 3D models pretending to be real people. The Mass Effect draws heavily from the science fiction stylings of the Spirits Within. I
can't complain about that movie. Is it good?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, well, no. Is it good? No.
Yes.
Is it good? Yes. It's literally like it's floating the line, like it's like towing the line where I see why people don't like it, but also I fucking love it. Like it's a interesting thing, because like there are so many, like the first time all the glowy ass monsters break in and stuff, just shit hits the fan, and it's genuinely looks so cool.
Yeah, it's the faces in that movie were not mocapped. They mocapped like the broad movements, but all the facial animations are hand animated, which I think gives it a very characteristic style.
And I do like that it is also the origins of Square Enix trying to make their digital models into actual models in the funniest way possible.
Yeah, if you read some of the interviews and paratext and people writing magazine articles about this movie at the time, there was a lot of hubbub about synthespians, the digital actors of the future that will replace real actors.
It's so funny. It's beautiful, genuinely. And like,
that sentiment has now like come back around with the fools who desire AI actors, because they'll never have a bad hair day and they'll never make a problematic Twitter post. And it's like, and this literally the same thing was being said 25 years ago.
If you need your actor to be a virgin, it's like, ooh. What? Oh God. Oh. It was, I'm sorry, the new stuff is creepy. The old stuff is genuinely like, it had a genuine like funny charm to it, where they had like the character doing interviews with people and stuff like that, instead of like they just had people doing interviews in character as the characters, instead of like, it was so weird but charming, and now it's just like barf, gag.
Right. It was still, like made by people and not by an algorithm that's just trying to hit the tags that it's been tagged with.
God, I did not expect to be talking about Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
It's, I don't believe in so bad it's good. I just think this movie's worth watching.
I am that same way. I do not believe. I think there are movies that are. If a movie is so bad it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely think Gymkata is a good movie, even though it's ass. Because there's a charm and an earnestness to it that works. People who try to make so bad they're good movies, all of those movies fucking suck. I'm looking at you, Sharknado. Fuck you. You are not fun. You are not good. You are just dog shit. Like, I have opinions about movies, and my opinion is that movies are good if they're good, and they're shit if they're shit. And there's no such thing as so bad it's good.
It's like Sakaguchi is a guy who really, truly, genuinely believes in like the promise of technology and the ability for like new technologies to enhance artistic expression. But he also believes in other things. He seems to also have like some kind of genuine religious belief in Gaia theory and like the recycling of spirits. And you can very much feel that through the like FF7, FF9 Spirits Within thematic trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like those other genuine beliefs have been lost. And the modern version of Spirits Within is all belief in technology.
Oh God, I do not want to see what a modern Spirits Within would be. Like, now it's just nightmare inducing because everyone would the current Square probably would use AI for everything, and everyone would have that exact same like kind of gross AI face.
Yes, genuinely, I have like a physical, intense disgust response to AI generated images. They look wrong.
Oh God, it like, even when people are like, haha, I'm making a funny AI image to dunk on this, I'm just like, no, you fuck you. It just looks like shit, and it makes me want to puke, and I hate you.
No, it's funny. I'm doing it ironically.
No, it's not.
Funny.
It's not funny. It's never funny.
It's not funny. It's never funny. AI is bad. AI art is bad. AI art should be... Ugh.
But even I haven't watched Spirits Within yet. Perhaps my pre-judgment opinion on this will change when I watch it. But looking at it from afar after watching Spirits Within is an attempt to like reinterpret the themes of Final Fantasy in a new context, just like every Final Fantasy game does. And then Advent Children seems like, oh, that was a massive failure. We just need to give people the signifiers of the stuff that they already like. It feels like such a cynical follow-up.
I like Advent Children. The theatrical cut of it, because it has one really cool scene.
Yeah.
But two really cool scenes. But it's just let Final Fantasy VII die.
No, this is the only thing that makes us money. God damn it. I love Cloud Strife.
I love Final Fantasy VII. I love the remakes. The remakes are 100% going to be reliant on whatever the ending of the third one is, whether or not they are absolutely dog shit, waste of my time, or the coolest thing ever. Like, there is no in-between on whatever this remake trilogy is going to be. It's either going to be the biggest waste of my time of all time if they stick the landing, I'll be like, damn, let him cook.
Someone else should go now.
Yeah. So I will follow up the Final Fantasy with more Final Fantasy. Hey, we got new stuff in 14, and it's really good. It's really, really good. I've spent a lot of time digging into the new Deep Dungeon stuff, and I finally understand why all the freaks who like to solo it do that. Also, I just really like gay fairies, and I'm a gay fairy, so it's wonderful. Other than that, I have also been playing Ghost of Yōtei. Speaking of good games that take place in Japan, I did not like Ghost of Tsushima at all. Ghost of Yōtei fixes every single issue I had with that game. I'm about, I would guess, a quarter of the way through so far. But I've also been doing a ton of side stuff. The side stuff is phenomenal. It is some of the most gorgeous, vistas I've looked at in games. But also, unlike the first game, they gave us character growth, where it's just, so far, some of the best times I've had in a game like this.
What are the improvements over the first one?
Mostly storytelling. The storytelling is quite drastically improved. You brought in the Ainu people who were the natives of the area, and you didn't fuck up their cultural stuff. At least at this point, it's a key component of the game, and they have not fucked it up. And from what I've been reading from people actually of that culture, they don't fuck it up, which was something they really fucked up in the initial game that felt a lot more like, hey, this is a bunch of white guys riding Japan who maybe read a couple of books and went, haha, we're just going to write what we know from our animes. Also, the different director modes are quite fun. You could just shift the style of the game. So in the original game, they had hey, you can just make it black and white like a Kurosawa film. This time around, they added Shinjiro Watanabe, so you can run around and have it play ambient jazz music like it was Cowboy Bebop or Samurai Champloo, which is quite funny. They also added Murakami and different things that are just oh yeah, there's just a whole shitload of blood now. It's a much better realized version of the original game, and also doing the collectibles are a lot less insufferable, where the original, it felt like a bit of a pixel hunt sometimes, until late in the game where you got the ability to have the wind guide you to everything you needed. This time around, I'm actually encouraged to hey, I'm exploring. Also, I have more than just a sword. I run around with a spear and a giant sword and dual swords and a Kusarigama that, man, every game needs Kusarigamas. They feel so good. They feel good.
What makes them feel better than a sword?
Honestly, whipping around a big ball on a chain that just knocks people the fuck out feels really good. Just having different methods of dealing with every kind of attack that feel different, whereas the original, it was just, hey, you have your 4 stances, and which one you are in has an advantage over the other one, over certain weapons. So your opponents had all these different weapons, but you run around with a sword. Whereas now, it's hey, I've got that guy has out a Kusarigama. Okay, I'm going to get out my spear. That person has a Sword and shield, okay, I'm going to get out my Kusarigama and I'm going to use the ball to just explode his fucking shield. The combat feels so good. And then if you level it up, you have a little wolf companion that you can have different ways it summons, and it leads to the most comedic, images in video games. And it has fucking killed me multiple times just because I started laughing my ass off as, I'd grab, I'd refill my energy with a sake bottle, and then it gives you the empty sake bottle, and if you throw it at an enemy, there's a 70% chance that the wolf companion will just come out of nowhere, just jump from the side of the screen onto a dude. And it's just so perfect every time. I have never laughed as hard at a game as I have this one at some of the times where oh yeah, I'm just assassinating this dude, and then you'll see your wolf jump out of nowhere and assassinate someone else. It feels so... It's so nice having an animal companion that is delightful every time he shows up.
Would you like them to continue this series, or do you feel like you've gotten your fill?
I'm only about a quarter of the way through the game, and I am constantly thinking about how much I want to be continuing playing. That's how much... So if they actually do it as well as they've done this one, yes, I'm excited for them to do more, especially if they improve as much as they have over the original. Because as I said, part of the problem with the original was it felt like a bunch of fucking weebs doing what they thought a samurai thing would be and kind of failing at it. It did not work for me. I did not like its story. I thought its main story was kind of dog shit, and its side content was good-ish. But this time around, if they continue the quality improvements, the next game will be one of the best. Just incredible. It also helps that Atsu is 10 times more interesting of a character than Jin.
What's Atsu all about?
Atsu starts all about revenge and is all about revenge after watching her parents killed in front of her and being left for dead. It's the usual, hey, we killed your family and left you for dead revenge story.
Mm-hmm.
But then she has character growth. So as the game goes on, it starts being less and less about revenge and more about, yeah, we can't let this psycho take control, this monstrous jerk who's killing farmers, and can't let him take it becomes more about saving the area she grew up in instead of just strictly mindless revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And it also, Erika Ishii's performance, they are really, really good in the role. Both English and Japanese tracks for the game, voice acting are phenomenal.
Would you say this could stand up to a Kurosawa samurai film in narrative?
Look, I won't say it's a Kurosawa film good.
Okay.
Kurosawa is the best to do it, but it's a fantastic fucking game. It is so far. I'm excited for when Rose starts it, because I know Rose is gonna play it because she talked about it last week, and I'm really interested to see what she thinks, because she, with the first one, is also a hater like me who 100%ed it, even though we did not like it. Square kind of freaks like that. But yeah, no, that's definitely one I'm really interested to see her take on, because yeah, it's so far, it fixed every single issue I had with the first. The combat feels better. Even when, like, especially when you get so overpowered that you're just like swinging around a flaming ball, Kusarigama, and murdering everyone. Like entire fields of people falling under you as you're like, oh yeah, I overpowered that one. Hell yes. It feels good. But yeah, Crystal, what else have you been playing?
Been on the Souls kick. Played through Dark Souls 3. Haven't touched that one since it was new. When it was new, I think at the time I was pretty burnt out on Souls and not in the state to properly appreciate it. Because they put out Dark Souls 2 in 2014. They put out 3 DLCs for that one, and then a remixed version. They put out Bloodborne in 2015, and the DLC for that one. And then they put out Dark Souls 3 in 2016. So they were really pumping them out in the mid-2010s. So at the time, I just felt like, oh, this is just the same old junk. They're recycling it all over again. And I still kind of feel that way a little bit. I would say Dark Souls 3 is where it starts to become really noticeable how From Software kind of recycles similar themes over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Right? It's basically a retelling of the first game, but with everything amped up slightly. But what is new about this game, I guess it's not that new. This is kind of taken from Bloodborne, but I haven't played Bloodborne in a long time, so I guess it doesn't stand out to me as much. Unlike the first 2 Dark Souls games, this one is very fast. It's interested in funneling you to the next boss fights. It's not exactly linear. There's still exploration to do. There's still dungeons. There's still some devious traps in those dungeons. But it's definitely the smoothest ride of any of the Dark Souls games. If you just want to, play with your builds and hit some guys and dodge at the right time and then cast your little magic at them, Dark Souls 3 is probably the best one for you.
Ooh. I should probably try that then, because I bounced off of 1 and 2.
Why'd you bounce off?
I don't know if I like the Dark Souls style of action so much, which is weird because I loved Demon Souls when it came out. Mm-hmm. I played the fuck out of Demon Souls on my PS3. But Dark Souls I bounced off of for some reason. But Dark Souls 1 and 2, and so I just never tried 3. I played the hell out of Bloodborne. But there's something about 1 and 2, the speed of the combat, that I did not vibe with.
Interesting. I don't think I've noticed a difference in speed from Demons and Dark 1.
I know, that's what's weird to me. I think it was like Demon Souls was new when it came out. It was a unique thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I played the hell out of it. I will say I went back to the Demon Souls remake, did not enjoy myself nearly as much. So it could just be that I don't like the first few Souls games combat, that I just don't vibe with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it could also be because I played Dark Souls 1 after I played Bloodborne.
Oh, there you go. It's going to feel slow to you.
So all of a sudden, that they just didn't feel as good. I still need to jump into. I have Elden Ring. I still have yet to play it.
Elden Ring is just kind of an open world Dark Souls 3.
But if that feels good, I might actually have to go back to Dark Souls 3, because if that feels faster than 1 and 2 did, it might be the Souls thing that clicks for me.
It might be.
But yeah, what are you really enjoying about 3? What all are you enjoying in there?
I enjoy the next generation PlayStation 4 scale to the environments. Because you play Demons in Dark 1. Those games have like very strong depth of field blur in their backgrounds that makes the world feel very large. And I think I ultimately still prefer that style to Dark Souls 3. But just as a change of pace to shake it up, in Dark Souls 3, you can see the distance pretty clearly. There's not that kind of blur on it. So you can just see how many polygons the PlayStation 4 can push with all of the little greebly details of Lothric Castle towering above you. You can see all the little carvings in the statues. It feels very impressively maximalist.
Very high fidelity.
Exactly. And I actually did jump a little bit into Elden Ring after finishing Dark Souls 3. And they kind of lose that a little bit, actually. The geometry in Elden Ring is like a little bit flatter than Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. There's not as much like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 have so much little junk and crap all over the ground that Elden Ring doesn't really have.
Huh. Oh, just like your what's it called? Your environmental storytelling.
Yeah, I guess. It's like you walk through Yharnam or Lothric, you're gonna see so much like half-broken barrels and like tables with a million cups on them. It's just like stuff like that. And Elden Ring, I guess the world's too big for any of that stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. So it probably only exists in places where they need it for specific storytelling, set dressing, instead of ambient storytelling.
Yeah.
Interesting. God, I hate that you're kind of selling me on Dark Souls 3. Will Dark Souls... I mean, I have it. I'm just sitting here like, will Dark Souls 3 be the first time I finish a Dark Souls game and the first time I don't get halfway through and just kind of stop?
That's it for me.
Be. All right. Well, we'll go into questions. If you have questions, you can hit us at podcast@gamesline.com or come into our fantastic Discord where we have a podcast questions channel. If you are also watching us live, you can ask us questions in the chat. The only question we have is actually a question from last week.
We can answer it if we want. I think Nikolas already gave his answer. Yeah.
Because I was tuning into the podcast last week when I was taking a week off. And I actually really liked that question. That comes from Gue, who was, achievement-focused play and the completionist approach to games have been a common on and off topic in gaming circles. And I've begun to see them again in discussions around Silksong, being a Metroidvania. When do you feel that you are finished with a game? How does that compare to your level of enjoyment alongside the measurable percentile completion of a game? So, Crystal, when is a game done for you?
I used to be such a completionist. I used to get all the little collectibles because I felt this, like, obsessive compulsion within me that something about the game will be revealed to me if I do this. I will gain some kind of deeper appreciation if I see 100% of the game instead of 85% of the game. And what I've come to realize in recent years, and this feels like such a liberation to realize this, is that it's simply not worth it. if you are not getting paid to finish a game, you should drop it the minutes that you notice yourself getting bored or otherwise, like, not being enriched by it anymore. If you're just, like, caught in a dull hypnosis, play something that actually, like, makes you feel something. If you think about picking a game back up and that thought fills you with dread, like, I can't believe I have to do that, then uninstall the game. It's not going to be worth it. It will be worth your time to play anything else.
God, yes. Kind of exactly that. Even games I enjoy, I am not an achievement hunter a lot of times. I talk on the podcast constantly about how much I love Game of the Generation Neo 2. Neo 2 is a fucking awesome game. I will never get the platinum because there are multiple trophies that require you to do things that I do not enjoy in that game. So, fuck that. If you ask me to do 10 minutes of a thing I don't enjoy, or even an hour, I'll be like, okay, whatever. But I can push through that. There's some Final Fantasy XIV achievements I've been doing that are some of the most rote, mindless bullshit, but it's good for background stuff. It's like, I'm working on editing a podcast. I'm gonna fucking do this mindless achievement that I can get from just hitting one button and then coming back in 5 minutes and hitting that button again. But in the case of actually going through a game, I was an Assassin's Creed freak. I love a lot of mindless kind of grinding stuff. But eventually it just gets, as soon as I start feeling like, I'm not having fun, I stop. I ran into that recently in my Saints Row replay, where I was going to do everything in Saints Row 3, and I just realized that, wait, some of these minigames just fucking suck. I do not like the way they did them here. I'm just not going to do them. I'm going to finish the story and move the fuck on. Because sometimes, I very much will love a game, but if you ask me to do multiple hours of engagement with a game in ways I do not enjoy, I'm fucking done with your game. I'm sorry. I'm done. I don't need more. It's fine. It could be just done. How about you, Nikolas? I know you were on last week, but...
Yeah, I already went over it all. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to do it again. You can check out the last episode for it.
Yep.
Go watch Gamesline on YouTube if you want to listen to me.
Yep, exactly. Watch last week's episode so you can get Nikolas's answer if you haven't yet, or listen to it. The podcast is up. Crystal did a fantastic job editing it. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That's going to be it for this week on the Gamesline podcast. We'll be back next week with another one. I'll be hosting again. I'll probably be a little more comfortable with it. But yeah, our theme song is Crush off the album Magic is Real. Oh my god, by the band Melt Channel. You find them at meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magiccircuit.bandcamp.com. You buy their album, especially if it comes up on the next Bandcamp Friday. The best time to buy music on Bandcamp. Other than that, Crystal, tell us where they can find you.
Arcane Crystal on bluesky.social, audioentropy.com for other podcasts I am on.
Nikolas, how about you?
Cersei Cactus at bluesky.com.
And you can find me at twitch.tv/Judgment Scythe. Also, Judgment Scythe everywhere else. Blue Sky. Actually, just Blue Sky, because I don't have other social media places because they're all cesspools. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. It's been fantastic. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Clap, 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 clap.